Hi there, it's Donna from redcarpetlearning.com. It's time for another Q&A with Donna, and we have a great question today, one that I'm sure many of you would like the answer to, and that is, how do we boost morale and prevent staff burnout when everyone is stretched so thin? And isn't that a reality today, right? And so let me just say, I'm going to answer this one in two separate videos because in the next video, I'm going to address some of the short-term things you can do for the short term to boost morale and alleviate some of that stress. However, I wanted to cut right to the chase, and in this video, perhaps give you the answer that you weren't really hoping for, but that gets right to the source of the problem, which is that everyone is stretched so thin. So look, if I want to lose weight, which is often, that's often what's going on in my world, is wanting to lose weight, right? So if I want to lose weight, I can go on a short-term restrictive diet or cleanse or something and lose a few pounds. However, when I go right back to eating the way that I was eating before, eating the same things, the same amounts of things, maybe not exercising as much, I am going to have not only am I going to have the same problem that I had before, the quick fix, but it's going to probably get worse. And so that is what happens when we throw, free massages, or let's have a morale boosting activity or something on a problem without going directly to the source, which is that people are stretched too thin. It's not sustainable. Morale is going to go down. Work is going to be impacted. You are going to lose people unless you address the source of the problem. So let's talk about that. When people are stretched too thin, there are a few options that you have. The first is to really look at the workload and look at what we can cut out of it. Can we cut down the workload so that they do not feel so stretched so thin? If not, or if you've done that already, can you help people prioritize? Like, what are the most important things? Where do we want to put most of our effort? And these things we can ease up a little. They still have to be done, but they're not the top priority. Can you help people understand how to do that? Can you set boundaries with yourself as the leaders of the organization and with your team so that they can only work so much before they have to take a break, before they have to take a vacation? Encourage people to take vacations. If they did 2 shifts once in a week, that we're not going to have them do 2 shifts in the same week. Like, really looking at how do we set those boundaries so that people don't feel so stretched so thin. Is there a new position that could be created? And I understand that hiring is part of the challenge, but let's just say that you found somebody. Could a new position be created that could alleviate some of the workload, take some of the workload off the people so that they can focus on what they're really great at, and then this person can focus on what they're really great at, which is, taking some of that workload off those people. Could you, if you're using agency or you're using independent contractors in addition to full-time employees, could you use them as floaters? So in other words, you have your full-time or part-time employees who do the regular, like, ongoing stuff, but you have a floater or another or two who come from agency, independent contractors, temp workers, who can just be there to kind of do the little things and take a load off of the people who are working full-time. And then can you give them learning and development to help them do their job more efficiently? So maybe there are some inefficiencies in the job that they're doing. Can you give them actual hands-on skills practice, not a video, not an online training, but actual skills practice, and help them think through how to make do their job more efficiently? And then I also want to suggest that you bring this up to your team members. Say, we are really looking for a long-term solution, something that is really going to help us, help you prevent burnout, take a load off your back so that you can do the job that you are hired to do really well and still have energy left at the end of the day. So let's talk together about what all of those solutions might be. Okay, we will talk more about this in next week's Q&A with Donna, but in the meantime, my message to you is let's focus on the real issue at hand, and that is that people are stretched too thin. We've got to get to the heart, the root of that problem, and find solutions there if you want a sustainable, happier, less burnt out, more effective team at the end of the day.